Next question.
Senator Linda Stein, Delaware Valley Journal. I was wondering, you and Donald Trump have promised us peace and prosperity. However, Israel is bombing Hezbollah now, and of course the war in Ukraine continues. What do you think is going on in the world? What will you do about it?
Well, ma'am, it's actually a very important question because you cited two wars that were started under Kamala Harris's weak leadership. And the way... So I have a very detailed plan for how we're going to bring peace and prosperity back to the world. It's 3 words: elect Donald Trump. That is the peace plan for the United States of America and for the world. But look, here's the issue. I've dealt with some of these world leaders. I've talked to them. Here's the problem. When you have weak American leadership and you have an American leader that nobody respects, you have wars breaking out all over the world. If Donald Trump was president, Russia would have never invaded Ukraine. If Donald Trump was president, Hamas would have never attacked Israel. And so what we've got to do is just get back to common sense American deterrence. You've got to make the bad guys worry that if they do something screwed up, somebody is going to make them pay for it. That is exactly what Donald Trump did, and that's how we're going to get back to peace in the world. American deterrence, peace through strength. Next question.
Senator Vance, Ben Jacobs. President Trump told Axios in 2021 that Benjamin Netanyahu never wanted to make peace with the Palestinians. Do you agree with that statement, especially in light of the current state of the conflict?
Well, I think that what the president has said is that we want peace between Israel and the Palestinians, but the only way to get to peace is to destroy Hamas and let Israel finish the job. That's a very simple thing. Now, look, Ben, I don't know what the president said in 2021. I'm skeptical, of course, when somebody tells me what the president says, because half the time they're leaving out context or they're not actually telling me what he said. But more importantly, look, 2024 is not 2021, and we're in a totally new situation where we've got multiple major world conflicts in the Middle East and in Europe, and again, one threatening in Asia. So I think that what we have to remember here is that strong American leadership and importantly, smart American diplomacy is what keeps the peace. We're not going to have it with Kamala Harris. We don't have it right now. We will have it when we get back to the presidency of Donald J. Trump. And here's what's funny, my friends, is when you talk to like Democratic senators, and the cameras aren't on, what they'll tell you is that world leaders were afraid of Donald Trump. And they'll talk about that as if it was a bad thing. Okay? I happen to think it's a good thing for world leaders to not know exactly what to expect from a president. That's how you keep the peace. Next question.
Hi, Senator Vance. I'm Fallon Roth from the Philadelphia Inquirer.
That's all right. Let's let her ask her question, and then we can boo afterwards if it's a ridiculous question. Go ahead.
This is your first stop in the Philly suburbs. Why did you choose Bucks County? And how can Republicans win back the suburbs in 2024 after President Trump lost in 2016 and 2020?
Well, I think there are a few things. First of all, look, we're going to make an argument to every Pennsylvanian. And I understand why you're asking the question, because you're looking at the demographics of politics, but I don't believe in this segmentation of urban, suburban, rural. We're all Americans, and Donald Trump and I are going to fight for every single vote. But look, if you look at the issues that really matter to folks here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, you hear the same things, whether it's in Bucks County or whether it's in a much more rural part of Pennsylvania or whether it's in downtown Philadelphia, where I have spent a lot of time. In all these places, you hear three big concerns. One is public safety, one is the cost of everything, and the third is the wide open southern border. And look, we've got the big difference between President Trump and Kamala Harris. There's so many things that we could point to, but I actually think the biggest difference in this campaign is that Kamala Harris is ashamed of her record and Donald Trump is proud of his, and rightfully so.